All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Moose Gaming here, and today I'm back with another episode of Account Coaching Series featuring Ealienx. I don't know how to say his name, but I think that's how you say his name. Ealienx's account. And I've already taken a look at his account. His account looks very, very stacked, very, very strong, I would say, especially as a fielder. So let's just go ahead and take a look at what he has. And he's a pretty young account, 9-digit account that starts with 143. So he is a little bit younger than my account, I'll say. Sitting at 4 billion kill points, which is nice, and 80 million power. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look at Ealienx's account, see if there's anything that I can help him with. And there you go. Now, moving on to the VIP points, he's sitting at VIP 16, and he has logged in for the past 905 days. So I'm assuming he has some breaks. He came back, whatever the case might be. He did not log in from day one, it looks like, because my account is around 100 and 1300 ish days of logins. So yeah, I'm assuming he has some breaks here and there. But for that, he's doing really, really good in terms of kill points. And also at the same time, again, he is sitting at VIP 16, which is really, really nice. Hopefully, he can get that up to 17 and 18 for a better field performance eventually. But yeah, looking pretty good so far. And he also shared with me his current lineup for the field. Arthur Achilles, Shinzuge, Baichi Liuche, Ho and Ragnar Prime and Philip. All very, very nice. I would say all S tier to A tier marches that I'll say. And he's still working. He's currently working on GG Gangnam Chan and equipment. He's currently sitting at 180 gold heads and VIP 16. So not too bad at all. And I say, let's see. I asked for his short-term and long-term goals that he has. His short-term and long-terms are just decent development with 5 marches, which is nice. If you're still working on your 5 marches, I think it's better that you actually stay on your 5 marches and develop those out instead of kind of branching out to 6 march, 7 march, in my opinion. But yeah, he's usually a pop-up only purchaser in KVK. So yeah, that's really, really good, especially with how much kill points that he has for just pop-up users only. So yeah, I'll say whatever he has is really good. Let's just go ahead and take a look at everything that he has sent to me. First March is Ragnar Lordbrock. I think this is like second or third infantry marches, but overall very strong setup. 4-piece Eternal Empire set with Hope Cloak and Credit. Credit Eternal Knight with Wind Scar for more extra march speed, and then I forgot what that was called, but for extra, he also got the credit, the unit capacity accessory, which is good. West formation with craze, fit, metallic, artisan, all very good. Armor inscriptions. And stats wise, it's about 23% with 1.6% all damage. That's nice. And 6.4% march speed on infantry is really, really good. Now, moving on to his Qin Shi Huang, he has full Dragon Breast set pieces, which is nice. Another crit, so a little bit of rip there in terms of his luck, but he does have Silent Trial crit, which is nice, and also at the same time ring. Qin Shi Huang does not really need a horn too much, so this is really, really good. Also, he has a really strong wedge setup. He has Hunter Intrepid. Intrepid is actually the emblem one that gives you 10% skill damage, which is nice. Devious, I think, also gives you either attack or skill damage. I think this gives you skill damage, and then Vitality, all very, very strong armors. Given the fact that he has those two inscriptions, I think the stats that he's missing slightly is also okay. And also what I really just noticed that is really good is also the fact that he has march speed on defense instead of attack, which might be actually better for archers, especially with Qin Shi Huang, with 1.8% all damage, 7.8% archer health, 5% defense, 10.6% attack, and 6.3% march speed. Now, moving on to his another infantry set, which is really, really stacked looking, I'll say. He has KVK helmet and weapon. He has 2 pieces of the Glorious Goddess pieces that would actually give him the maximum amount of health. Also, at the same time, Sacred Crisp and the whole cloak are both are really, really nice pieces. He does have Greatest Glory and Credit Horn, which is a big win, along with Toppler, Raider, Rattling, which are all great, great armaments. And Assertive is really nice. I'm assuming this is on his banner. which is good enough because banner special inscriptions called airtight. That's most likely is very defensive rather than offensive. So on the field scenarios, having Assertive might actually be better because Assertive gives you all damage. Overall, again, more focus on march speed on top of all the good balances of attack, defense, and health is really, really nice. And he also has an Arthur setup that is a little bit lower in resolution because he sent it to me through his phone. But a very nice setup. Basically, the best cavalry cavalry setup that you can have with critted KVK weapon and helmet, which is really nice. Ring horn with horn critted, and then the Hellish Wasteland chest piece and boost, and actually the Dawn and Avarice control. Really, really nice stuff. And Pummeler, creative and determined for him, as well as Worry and Rapacious. Rapacious gives you all damage. I think Worry also gives you either attack or all damage. Overall, very, very strong set for field. Very, very nice. And it's good to see that he has Wishlist set on the Butterfly effect as well. And then it's also good to see that on Wedge formation and Pincer formation, he has them set on either the instrument or the emblem as well, so he knows exactly what he's doing. Poetry being as well, Wedge formation, balance, craze, boiling blood, watchman, and daring for his inscriptions are all really nice. 3% all damage is really, really good, especially with 5.7% health. So very nice armaments. And on top of that, he does have the best setup kind of, crafted on the poetry being as well. Except for accessory, he has drum and what's this called? Silent Trial instead. But really, really nice stuff. I would say once he's finished with his GG, maybe he can actually transfer that over to the GG for potential crazy combo proc with that drum. And honestly, general issues. I looked at his stuff and I was like, hey, there's no general issues. You're cooking. Literally, that's the only thing that I can say. he's really, really well set up. And I'm not gonna say like there's no issues with his account that I can find really at any point. Like it's like he obviously the account progression might be behind or ahead of other people, but like currently just looking at his setup, like I can tell that he knows what he's doing. So no general issues, which is very, very big win. And equipment wise, I would say just focus on replacing the accessories to horns. Horns are still one of the most important, except when it's on Qin Wang. So I would say your first next craft should be Ho Chi Bing's horn, and then your second next craft should be Ragnar Prime's horn, and then give Qin Wang accessory number 2 is like what I would say the next priority. Give a skill damage pendant if you can, or drum is also fine because it would also help out other marches. I think having a little bit of rage generation on Jin Shuang is still better just because of the fact that just in case you do run out of more rage, which I've never seen really happen, but still. Also at the same time, drum does benefit all the marches that are around you, so yeah. I think Silent Trial credit is good, but then again, skill damage pendant is the best. Drum is possibly better than Silent Trial. So yeah, and then if you want to really give itself a horn, you can also do that, but I wouldn't recommend it as much for that. And then optional though, give Ragnar drum or ring on top of the horn to replace the march speed epic one. If you have time or if you have the energy, I would say if the march speed becomes a problem though, if he becomes too slow, if you do give him a second legendary accessory, I'll just go ahead and keep I'll say keeping the wind scar right now is not a bad idea here as well. So that's just my opinion. All right, to give you a little bit of my suggestions, you guys can see that current setup that you guys just shared with me, Ragnar with Philip, Qin Shi Wang Zhuge Liang, and Bai Qi Liu Che, and Ho Chi Bing with Joan of Arc Prime, Arthur Achilles. This is all really, really good. Now, I will say, if you have expertise YSG, I personally think that expertise YSG as a single march will do better with YSG Qin Shi Wang than Qin Shi Wang Zhuge Liang, but I think you're caring a little bit more about the overall performance of the ball. In such case, I think Qin Shi Wang Zhuge Liang might actually be better, so I didn't really make a comment or to kind of replace those, is my opinion. But when the new infantry commander does come around, I think it might actually help you to build that commander up if that commander is really, really OP. So in such case, instead of using Ragnar as a pairing for Philip, maybe using Liu Che Philip and then having the Bai Chu with the new infantry commander might be the play, but we'll have to see. So that's why there's a question mark here. But yeah, just go ahead and wait for the new infantry march until you build another march fully is my recommendation. And then once you get into 5 marches eventually, given that you're working on Gangnam Chan, although I would say the order might have to flip. I think you do want Gangnam Chan to be primary for his full kit to be kind of like working. So I do apologize for the swap here, but you can either use Arthur with Philip or Arthur with Hector. If you're using Arthur with Philip, then you can use Bai Chu Chen and then the new commander with the Hector. If you're using Liu Che with Philip, then you can technically look into using Arthur with Hector, but this is a long way out given the fact that there's new infantry commander that might change a lot of stuff. So be flexible based on the commander you have, and the new commander is my recommendation on those. But yeah, so that's what I would suggest. And in terms of armament, you're doing great, but just so that we're doubling down on this, focus on getting the instrument legendary description from the pity that is closest to the wish list. Save the convergence stones also for the upcoming new formations are the two only other suggestions that I have. But outside of that, man, your account is really, really good. Your account is generally cooking. So I would say there's not really a lot that I do have opinions or suggestions on. You already know what you're doing. It looks like to me. So I'll just say keep doing what you're doing. Building GG is fine, but I'll just personally wait until the new infantry commander, because you do have 2 infantry commander pairings. So until you actually make a full investment on the GG, especially when your gold head is a little lower. But aside from that, man, you're doing good. So yeah, hopefully this video was helpful for everyone who's watching here, though. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.